So guys, it's come to this. We have to talk about Justin Trudeau's beard. Now I know that sounds like a silly topic, but it's trending number 2 Canada-wide on Twitter for a reason. And the long story short is that Justin Trudeau used to grow facial hair before he became Liberal leader in 2013. But since then, Justin Trudeau has been consistently clean shaven. But he's recently come back from a trip to Costa Rica and he's sporting a new beard, and Canada is losing its mind over that beard. And they're losing their mind due to 3 overarching narratives. The first narrative actually comes from some real media sources, and they're arguing that this is a sign that Justin Trudeau is going to take a quote-unquote more serious business-like approach to government, that he's going to button down, he's going to be more hard-nosed, and he's going to be more focused on getting results than he was in the last government. And it's this sort of ridiculous argument that the beard is some kind of philosophical and political statement, that Justin Trudeau went off to Costa Rica and decided that things were going to be different, and the way it was going to be different was he was going to grow a beard and show Canadians that he meant business this time. It's absolutely absurd. But also absurd is some of the narrative coming from a lot of conservative commentators on Twitter who seem to be focusing on Trudeau superficially, as they often do. One of the arguments from conservatives is that they don't like Trudeau's quote-unquote pretty boy image, and so with the beard, a lot of them feel this is a desperate attempt for Justin Trudeau to change how he looks, to change his image. It's a recognition from their perspective that what Trudeau, was doing was not working with Canadians anymore, and that because Trudeau's always been image-based, now's the time for him to make a desperate 11th hour change, but it doesn't hide the fact that he's still the same old bad politician. And maybe the most common narrative I've seen on Twitter is that this is a sign that Canada is a great country. Now hear me out, because the argument is that Justin Trudeau's beard being a national issue is a sign that Canada doesn't have real problems. That with Donald Trump and other world leaders doing crazy things all over the place, that Justin Trudeau's beard being the story is a sign that Canada doesn't have all that much to worry about. And that Justin Trudeau's beard is sort of like the Obama tan suit moment, which was often brought up in the age of Trump to say, look, Obama, his controversies were, suits that looked a little weird. Justin Trudeau's controversies is a beard that maybe shocks people, but at the end of the day, there's no real problems here. But I have issues with all of this because it's looking at Trudeau purely superficially in either a positive or negative sense. And often Justin Trudeau sort of gets away with a lot of his negative policies because of that superficial focus. So much about Trudeau, before he became Liberal leader even, but certainly while he was Prime Minister, focused on image over substance. And it's one of the reasons why Justin Trudeau has been able to get away with a lot of right-leaning policy that's been disguised and been distorted with progressive rhetoric. And it's made it real difficult for a lot of people on the left in Canada to actually explain why Justin Trudeau and Justin Trudeau's vision and Justin Trudeau's government isn't actually doing the things needed to bring Canada in a progressive direction, whether it's on environmentalism as he builds pipelines, whether it's on Indigenous people as he fights Indigenous children in court for equal funding, while it's workers' rights as Justin Trudeau attacks unions, while it's any of these sorts of things, Justin Trudeau, because of the image, gets away with it. Because the right attacks him on image, the center, his own people, defend him on image. It's really hard to dig beneath that and look at what this guy actually is. And the beard discourse is yet another one of those things. And I have to say that this whole narrative that Justin Trudeau is bad because of his new beard is of course silly, but so is the narrative that the beard is all Canada has to worry about. That's so far from the truth to be ridiculous. Justin Trudeau's government has done some truly awful things to workers, to Indigenous people, to the environment. And while you might say that things could be worse if we had Donald Trump as prime minister, you're probably not wrong. At the end of the day, that's not a reason to excuse Justin Trudeau, and that's not a reason to try to hide Canada's problems away because you want to feel better about yourself looking at the United States. Justin Trudeau's beard trending because of this narrative around, oh, Canada has no real problems, is actually hiding the underlying realities and challenges that face this country. That's why this is actually quite troubling. So the beard trending, it's funny in a way. It really is. It is a kind of cute little moment. Why is the Prime Minister's beard trending? It's sort of a novelty in Canada, as many have noted on Twitter. It's rare that Canadian Prime Ministers have facial hair, especially in modern times. But at the end of the day, this sort of thing trending is troubling to me because it really hides the fact that we do have fundamental concerns here in Canada, and often we fail to talk about them because our prime minister's image is so ubiquitous, and because we're so quick to, look to the United States and say, look, we have no real problems here. We can talk about beards and those sorts of funny things. And I've just had enough of it. Justin Trudeau has real problems he needs to address, some of which he didn't cause, but some of which he did, and some of which he could have done stuff about, but chose not to. And if we continue to focus on Trudeau and his superficiality, his beard and his image, we will not solve those problems in Canada. And besides, if you want a politician who's progressive and has a great beard, Jagmeet Singh's been here all along.